Hi, how are you? It's Traviseen here, and welcome back to our adventures with the Gnome Warlock.
Salutations.
Today, we are back in Booty Bay to turn in a few quests. One of them is for Seawolf McKinley.
You need
making
something?
a delivery here.
See you later.
Did Stoli cough up my booze?
Let's try this. I can't believe it. This stuff is terrible. That's great. Well, I guess Stoli can keep the money he owes me. He's true to his word about Steamweedle bilge rum. That stuff is as thick as gravel and burns like lava. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's people who don't pay their gambling.
All right, so we decided to take the boots just because they sell for more. The plate boots, 10 strength, 9 agility, 300 armor, pretty nice boots. There was a helmet that they were offering us, but it was not bad. It had spell power on it, but barely any intellect.
Pleased to meet. Hello there, lad. The name's Oglethorpe, and I may be responsible for one of the amazing gnomish devices you might possess. If it blew up, then it wasn't me. If it made you rich, though, we can discuss royalties. Oh, and if you're from Gnomerigan, you can just take two 90-degree angles, smash them together, and start marching. I have nothing to say to you.
Oh, pretty nice.
UX17TN. I cannot even begin to express
nice
my thanks for
offhand.
your assistance. My homing robot series needs more developing, but your recovery has saved me countless hours of rebuilding time, as well as many gold pieces in rebinding costs. Please, take your choice of any of these items I have. Hopefully, you will make good use of one of them. Thank you again for your generous assistance. My robots and I are in your debt.
All right, so we took the shield instead because it was sold for more gold. It's not better than the offhand we currently have. We probably won't find a replacement for the Orb of Dower or a Hill for quite a while. Just the effect of getting, 400 health over 30 seconds, and then also the 14 spell damage and 5 intellect. It's much better than the Spirit. All right, so there we go, guys. We are done with turning in quests in Booty Bay, and today we are going to make our way to Stormwind, and we are going to learn some new abilities, guys, which we have quite a few to learn. And we are also going to get a dual spec today. And some demon abilities, too. Right off to Stormwind we go.
Very good.
So all of the abilities we need to get is Corruption rank 5, Drain Mana rank 3, Health Funnel rank 5, Shadow Bolt rank 7, huge upgrade, Subjugate Demon rank 2, Create Firestone rank 3, Create Hellstone rank 4, Curse of Elements rank 2, Drain Life rank 5, Life Tap rank 5, pretty much an upgrade across the board. Rain of Fire rank 3, Banish rank 2, Create Spellstone rank 2, Curse of Agony rank 5, Siphon Life rank 3, and Soulfire rank 1. So this is our first time getting Soulfire. Burns the enemy's soul, causing 623 to 783 fire damage. So huge upgrades here for us. We clearly haven't been to the trainer in a while. It's quite a few abilities that we'll have to update. We'll probably learn all these first before we decide to switch specs. So we won't be going Affliction. It's either Destruction or Demonology. Do we want to eventually summon a Felguard and play like a Beast Mastery Hunter? I wonder how far away we are from getting to the end. One more level. 40 points. I think it's two more levels potentially. Yeah, you need 40 points in Affliction talent to get Unstable Affliction. We might do that on this spec. Just give Unstable Affliction a try. It does a lot of shadow damage over 18 seconds. It's just that it's rarely going to get dispelled in PvE situations. Felguard's pretty strong. Summons a Felguard under the command of a Warlock. Very strong pet. And then there's Shadow Fury for destruction. Shadow Fury is unleashed, causing 377 to 448 shadow damage and stunning all enemies within 8 yards for 2 seconds. Pretty cool ability for destruction. Awesome in dungeons as well. You can pretty much like save your entire group if they pull a bunch of stuff. You can just do like an AoE stun out of nowhere. And it'll stun everybody in the area. Destruction would be better for dungeons, I think. I think maybe Demonology would potentially be better for questing because of the pet. But destruction increases our Shadow Bolt damage, our Immolate damage as well. You also get an instant cast, pretty much like a mage fire blast called Conflagrate. Here we are back in Stormwind. It's been quite a while. And yeah, some sad news, guys. The legend, Chuck Norris, has passed away. Well, he was a legend in this game, that's for sure. I remember my first time playing WoW back in Wrath of the Lich King. When I first went to the Barrens, that's like all I heard was Chuck Norris jokes. And I actually heard about his passing from the classic WoW Reddit, and I'm like, yeah, no wonder. He was a big part of classic WoW than just World of Warcraft. More than people think, right? Sort of a part of the WoW culture, I guess you could say. Especially the jokes about the Chuck Norris character. One of my favorite ones would be this one here. You say it in trade? You'll say it in trade. What if I'll get banned for that? Imagine somebody gets me banned for saying a Chuck Norris joke. So yeah, Chuck Norris once played with Legos. The result was the Great Pyramids. Another funny one was Chuck Norris can win a game of Connect 4 in only 3 moves. I wonder if anybody will like also. This guy's like Chuck fucking Norris right here. The rules about trade are a little strict now, though. Like, if you're not, like, talking about trade stuff, I think people can, like, report you. Maybe. I doubt it, though. I'm not going to get banned for a Chuck Norris joke. That'd be ridiculous. Somebody read that, though, and enjoyed it. Alright, so here we are. Gak in the Darkbinder.
Hey there. Yes, adventurer?
Isn't he the guy who teaches us all this stuff?
What can I do for you? The arcane only corrupts those who are weak. Keep up on your training, or you may find a similar fate.
Alright, corruption. Rank 5. Let's learn all this stuff. Drain mana rank 3. Curse of Elements. So we'll just learn these for now, and then I'll put them on my bar quick. I don't want to just learn everything right away, because then it'll just be a little too overwhelming. Because this is quite a few abilities to upgrade. There's Curse of Elements. Drain Life. Life Tap. And now 302 health for 302 mana. That's quite the life tap. Curse of Agony, rank 5. Does 975 shadow damage now. And Siphon Life. Gives us 33 health from the target to the caster every 3 seconds instead of 22. Quite the upgrade there. We also get 55 health every second now from target to the caster. Alright, so let's go back to this.
The arcane only corrupts those who are weak. Keep up on your training, or you may
Okay,
find
Health
a similar
Funnel
fate.
5, Subjugate Demon 2, create Firestone 3, create Healthstone 4, Banish 2, create Spellstone. Then Shadowbolt 7, Rain of Fire, and Soulfire.
Go with honor, friend.
Alright, so Health Funnel. Now heals our pet for 89 health. Subjugate Demon. The spell we don't use too often. I'm not too sure where the heck I put it. So let's throw it there. Create Firestone. There's Spellstone there. Increases crit strike rating by 11. There's Healthstone. Now it gives us 800 health, up from 500. That's quite a bit. And where the heck is Firestone? Firestone now. Chance to do 60 to 90 fire damage. In addition, equipping the Greater Firestone increases the damage done by fire spells by 17. That could be pretty good for destruction. And then we got Banish rank 2. Now Rain of Fire went up to rank 3. That does 624 damage. Shadow Bolt now does 319 to 357 damage, almost 100 damage increase. Let's try to find Banish here. There it is. Now makes the elemental or the demon invulnerable for 30 seconds, up from 20 seconds. And then I think that was it. Now we just need to find Soulfire. Burns the enemy soul, causing 623 to 783 fire damage. 6-second cast. Running out of keybinds here, guys. I gotta start adding more keybinds. Guess we'll just put this here for now. Does it cost a soul shard? Yeah, it costs a soul shard. Didn't know that. Makes sense. It does a lot of damage. All right, check the demon trainer here.
Want to make your demons more powerful? It'll cost you, but you've come to the right place.
Firebolt 6. Fire Shield 4. Sacrifice 5. Suffering 3. Lash of Pain 2. If the Succubus... Yeah, Lash of Pain 4, actually. Does she have Lash of Pain 3? We'd have to summon her. I'll summon her now and see if she has 3. It says she doesn't.
Now what?
Be seeing you.
She has Lash of Pain 4,
Wanna
so
make your demons more powerful? It'll cost
guess
you,
we
but
don't
you've
need
come
Lash
to
of
the
Pain
right
3.
place.
Soothing Kiss 3. Devour Magic 2. Devour Magic 3. Might get rid of Devour Magic 2 and just get 3. I wonder if you can skip Tainted Blood 3 and Spell Lock 1. Nice one. Fell Hunter off Spell Lock now. Paranoia. So many talents. It costs quite a bit to
Have a great day now.
get your pet's abilities. So do you have anything else to teach the succubus here? Yeah, Soothing Kiss 3. There we go. Let's bring out our imp here. We have to get some more soul stones to teach the rest of the books. We'll probably do that soon. Firebolt 6. Fire Shield 4. That is 67 to 75 fire damage. Fire Shield now. Making every strike against the target cause 11 fire damage to the attacker. Pretty good to put that up on a tank. I think that was it for the imp. Alright, so there we go. Now let's move on to
The arcane only corrupts those who
dual
are weak.
talent
Keep up on
specialization.
your training, or you may find a similar fate.
50 gold, guys.
The darkness does
It's
not
worth it,
embrace
though.
you, adventurer. Cease your prattle and remove yourself from my sight. Be gone.
What the heck? Alright, here we go. Secondary spec, guys. Hopefully everything's stayed updated. Looks like it did. So it was good that we updated before we decided to, buy a dual spec. So we're going to go Destruction Tree. And we have a choice of Improved Shadow Bolt or Cataclysm. Cataclysm reduces the mana cost of your destruction spells by 1%. We'll probably go with Improved Shadow Bolt. It's like the main damage ability for a Warlock. Pretty much you just cast Shadow Bolt end game. It's about it. It's a lot like Mage Frostbolt in the first few phases of vanilla. So your Shadow Bolt, let's rank that up to 5. Then our Shadow Bolt critical strikes increase shadow damage dealt to the target by 20% until 4 non-periodic damage sources are applied. Not bad. Next, we have Aftermath. Gives your destruction spells a 2% chance to daze the target for 5 seconds. Pretty good for PvP. And then we have Bane. Reduces the casting time of your Shadow Bolt and Immolate spells. Just something we'll probably do. It also reduces Soulfire as well. So I'll rank that up to 5. So it's reduced the cast time of our Shadow Bolt and Immolate by 0.5 seconds and Soulfire by 2 seconds. And then we have Improved Firebolt. I actually played a spec in Season of Discovery where you pretty much just buffed your imp. And your imp was like a machine gun just shooting firebolts. And you would take this. So it reduces the cast time of your imp's firebolt spell by 0.25 seconds. And you just get gear that would increase fire damage. And then you could also Chaos Bolt in Season of Discovery, which was awesome. As a Warlock. So you'd just be like shooting Chaos Bolts, and then your imp would be doing a ton of damage as well. And there's Proved Lash of Pain. Reduces the cooldown of your Succubus and Incubus's Lash of Pain by 3 seconds. It's a pretty good PvP ability there. I believe I believe Succubus is probably a pretty popular choice for PvP in TBC. And we're heading over to Ironforge, guys. We're going to fly up to the... We're going to go to the Hinterlands today. And then there's Devastation. Increases the critical strike chance of your destruction spells by 1%. Rank that up to 5%, and then you get a chance to get Ruin, which increases the critical strike damage bonus of your destruction spells by 100%. Pretty damn strong. So we're going to take 5 of these. And then there's Shadow Burn. It's an instant cast, costs a soul shard. Instantly blasts the target for 91 to 104 shadow damage. If the target dies within 5 seconds. Here, I'll say a little joke to these guys on the way there. Say a little Chuck Norris joke. I'm gonna cry on the tram. I'm gonna cry. Just cry. Rest in peace, Chuck. So we'll take Shadow Burn. Pretty good. Pour one out for Chuck. That's right. Instantly blasts the target for 91 to 104 shadow damage. The target dies within 5 seconds of Shadow Burn and yields experience or honor. The caster gains a soul shard. That's pretty cool. So you use one, you can get one back, I guess. And then it does the effect for pretty much free. Cool ability. Which means we have to, like, find... Well, I guess we won't have... We have 3 open. I guess we could put that there for now. So we'll put Shadowburn here. It's a lot of soul shards we'll need, though. And then the next row is Intensity. Gives you a 35% chance to resist interruption caused by damage while casting or channeling destruction spells. That's pretty strong. I think the Warlock we fought in Tanaris was a Destruction Warlock. When I was, like, attacking him, when he was getting attacked, he was barely getting dazed, or his spells were not really getting interrupted or slowed down by getting attacked by my Voidwalker. So I assumed he probably had Intensity. Also, his imp was, like, shooting fire bolts, like, super fast. So take 2 of those. Destructive Reach increases the range of your destruction spells and reduces the threat caused by your destruction spells. Guess we'll take that too. And then there's Improved Searing Pain. Increases the critical strike chance of your Searing Pain spell by 4%.
The Wildhammer dwarves might have fast
Pretty good.
But can those airy peak
Especially for PvP.
the Great Forge? I think not.
Because in PvP, Searing Pain's a pretty quick spell to cast, so you'd probably be casting it quite a bit. But supposedly, we won't be using it that much. It's mostly just Immolate Shadow Bolt. Like what I was saying, you, like, use Curse of Elements, I believe, or if you have it. But it's mostly just Immolate Shadow Bolt with this spec. So we're going to take Improved Immolate. Increases the initial damage of your Immolate spells by 5%. We'll rank that up to 5. So 25% increased initial damage for Immolate. Here's Pyroclasm. Gives your Rain of Fire, Hellfire, and Soulfire a 13% chance to stun the target for 3 seconds. That's kind of cool. I like using Hellfire. So that would be kind of fun to use. Oh yeah, we want to take Ruin. Increases critical strike damage of your destructive spells by 100%. I wonder if Hellfire is Hellfire is a destruction spell, right? Yeah. Our Hellfire is going to be insane. I might just take this. So what this spec wants you to do, you eventually go into demonology. Like I'm looking at a spec here. And you go improved Healthstone, Demonic Embrace, Fell Intellect. You're pretty much going down this tree until you get to Demonic Sacrifice. And then I assume you take Demonic Sacrifice and then you sacrifice your Succubus for the increased shadow damage. 15% increased shadow damage because of Demonic Sacrifice. So if we go into this, we might not be able to get that, but we can always just respec. I think this would be more fun. Because we would stun the targets while we're doing Hellfire and dungeons. I think we'll do that. We'll just take 2, why not? And that means we're going to take Shadow Fury as well. The spec I'm looking at, they don't take Shadow Fury. I think it's like an end game. It's more of an end game thing, and we're just leveling up right now, so this would be more fun, I think. So what we would do is we would Shadow Fury, right? And then Shadow Fury would stun them all for 2 seconds. We start using Hellfire, and then they would start getting stunned for even more. There's a 26% chance they get stunned for 3 seconds while we're Hellfiring. It sounds pretty cool. So Ember Storm increases the damage done by your fire spells by 2%. Or it's going to go up. We're going to increase this by 5. So it increases the damage of your fire spells by 10%. Reduces the cast time of your incinerate spells by 10%. We're going to take Conflagrate. Ignites a target that is already afflicted by your Immolate, dealing 274 to 348 fire damage and consuming the Immolate spell. So I wonder if we have to have Immolate up to use Conflagrate. I'm not sure. And there's Soul Leech. Gives your Shadow Bolt, Shadow Burn, Soul Fire, Incinerate, Searing Pain, and Conflagrate spells a 10% chance to return health to 20% of the damage cost. So I guess you can rank that up to make it a 30% chance to return health equal to 60% of the damage cost. Not bad. Be awesome if Hellfire was in there. You're just healing yourself now while you're Hellfiring. And then there's Backlash. Increases the critical strike chance with your spells by an additional, will be probably 3% and gives you, I assume, 24% chance when hit by a physical attack to reduce the cast time of your next Shadow Bolt Incinerate spell by 100%. Last 8 seconds. So it's sort of like the night thing here. It's sort of like Nightfall. This is what they tell you to take. I think the heal matters. I don't really think it matters. We're going to go into Demonology. We'll probably take Demonic Embrace. So our health will go up, and then we'll get improved Hellstone, so our Hellstone will be stronger as well. So I think we don't really need the heal. We'll just focus on the additional crit. And then we'll take Shadow and Flame. Your Shadow Bolt and Incinerate Souls gain an additional, I guess it'll be 20% of our spell damage effects. Okay, so let's find our way here to good old hinterlands. And that's it. That's all the talents we have, guys. So we're actually 4 levels away from getting the Shadow Fury. And really checking this spec out. We gained a spell too. We gained Conflagrate, so we'll put that here. It's actually like a rogue headquarters up there. It's like a secret rogue hideout. It's in vanilla though, I'm pretty sure. Maybe it's in TBC as well. I remember going there on my hardcore rogue. Yeah, this will be fun. We'll check this out, guys. Once we get to the hinterlands. Try to get ourselves some more soul shards. So we're not really like the last spec we had was more of like a drain life, you know, siphon life style. Well, this is more of a... This is way better for Hellfire, because our fire damage has gone up. And our crit strike damage with our destruction spells, Hellfire is one of those, gone up by 100. Crit strike damage bonus from our destruction spells has gone up by another 100%. Our Hellfire is going to be insane now. We're probably going to pull off the tank, like, right away. See how it goes. It was already insane as Affliction. Now it's going to be even more ridiculous. And then we're going to... And then to help us out while we're doing that, we have a 26% chance to stun. Which will allow us to Hellfire, I think. So 1 in 4 chance to stun the target, like mobs, while we're doing that for 3 seconds. That's kind of insane. It's not just insane, it's ridiculous. Could you imagine you stunned every mob? Like a guy pulls 15 mobs, all 15 get stunned for 3 seconds while we're Hellfiring. And then after they get out of the stun, you just Shadow Fury for another 2 seconds. Like they're dead by then. Alright, so here we are in the hinterlands, guys. I guess we'll head over to good old Airy Peak. We have our hearth set to Gadgetzan. We'll be going back there eventually to turn in a few quests. We're going to pick up Witherbark Cages, though. Pretty sure, yeah, Necrum's Medallion. This quest chain here leads us into Succa Temple.
Like to fly to?
Use Griffin Master Talon-X.
The son of our mightiest griffin is gone. Swiftwing's heir, Sharpbeak, was lost while hunting with his parents a few days ago, and we believe it was the trolls who took him. You must aid us. Search the cages in the 2 Witherbark troll villages to see if Sharpbeak is there.
And here we are standing next to the legendary Falstad. Falstad Wildhammer.
Hooray!
Okay. He's the character you can play in Heroes of the Storm. Pretty cool MOBA. I haven't played Heroes of the Storm in a while. I might boot it up and try it. wonder if people still play. It probably is like a small community that
Good
plays
day
it.
to you, adventurer. I'm waiting to hear from one of the High Thane's advisors about an audience. It was a struggle just to get the opportunity to present my credentials. I've heard the Wild Hammer described as wary of outsiders. But that's proven to be quite an understatement. Hopefully, things will improve once I've had the opportunity to meet with Featherbeard, whom I'm told favors closer ties with the Alliance. When I am finally granted an audience with Falstad Wildhammer, I hope to have our strongest advocate among the Wildhammer dwarves at my side adventure. Featherbeard is revered among his people both for his legendary griffin training skills and for his wisdom. If anyone can sway Falstad Wildhammer, it is he. I would go to see him myself, except that I cannot leave the confines of Airy Peak while awaiting my audience. Visit Featherbeard at his residence to the south and ask if he will speak with me. The rugged terrain of the hinterlands is not only home to the Wildhammer dwarves and their griffins, but also to a number of forest troll tribes. The trolls view the Wildhammers as squatters on their ancestral lands and spare no opportunity to accost the dwarves by attacking the Griffonaries. One way to prove ourselves in the eyes of the Wildhammer is to help staunch these attacks by killing a Witherbark leader, Witch Doctor Maijin, who shelters in a cave at Bogan's Ledge, to the west of Shadralor. The Wildhammer dwarves act as companions, caretakers, and trainers to the Griffins. The Griffins have no shortage of enemies, especially among the forest troll tribes. Sometimes, though, the threat comes from natural predators such as wolves. A single animal is no match for a Griffin, but packs have taken to targeting Griffins more often because normal prey is scarce. Culling the wolves can help to reduce their impact on the Griffins and ingratiate us to the Wildhammer.
We Wildhammers remember the past, more than our brothers in Ironforge. If you want to make friends here, then you get your hands dirty for us. The Horde abandoned their positions in the hinterlands around Skulk Rock. It's now overrun with nasty sludges and oozes. We've got plans on that area, but first we need a cleanup crew to make a hole for us. That's where you come in, Sunshine. Head down there and take out 10 green sludges and 10 jade oozes, then report back to me here. Move out! Get this straight, person! We are not part of the Alliance! The Wildhammers are independent, relying on deeds and actions to prove one's worth, rather than the blather of those who use jibber-jabber to bolster their do-nothing attitudes. If you're looking for friends here, then prove your worth to us first. The foul trolls that choke the hillsides of the hinterlands sometimes carry tribal necklaces. Bring 5 of them to me, and we'll mark it down as a step in the right direction.
Featherbeard's journal appears to have a large number of recent entries. Leafing back to the beginning of the latest ones, you begin searching for clues about where he might have gone. The journal's most recent entries detail Featherbeard's concern about a growing number of Witherbark troll raids on the Wildhammer Griffin areas and a rash of egg thefts. A search of the smaller Witherbark settlements in the area appears to have yielded no information. The last entry describes Featherbeard's suspicion that a Witherbark witch doctor named Maijin is behind the raids. The last, hastily written sentence states the dwarf's intention to travel to Shadralor in search of the eggs.
Alright, so there we go. We got quite a few quests to complete. Currently digging down the Mangy Silver Mains. These 2 dots here do quite a bit of damage. Just those 2 dots alone. It's not too bad. Do another. Probably finish them off just with these 2 dots. I want to try using a Soulfire. Maybe I'll make it here. Our Shadow Bolt's cast way faster now. Let's check these cages. Like someone killed all the trolls here. This is always sparkling here for some reason, but I think it's for like a class quest. I was here on my paladin. Not much really happened. I wasn't able to really access anything. I just was wondering why I was sparkling. We'll get this last cage. Let's see how brain life is. Still not bad. Still use it to just help us get our mana back up. Let's try a Soulfire here. Oh my gosh. There was into Conflagrate. Conflagrate consumes our Hellfire. Our Immolate, I mean. I wonder if it like does the damage as well. Like if it also like when we use it, I think we just lose it. Just does the Conflagrate damage. It sucks that we lose Immolate from it, but yeah, you can't use it unless Immolate's up. So I guess the mages have it better there. They don't really need to have like a dot up to use Fire Blast. This is pretty strong, though. Conflagrate does quite a bit of damage. So I guess we'll bandage up here. It's a sneaky way we can get inside. And open that cage. And this ability, Soulfire, man, it does a lot of damage. Look at this. Oh my gosh. That was ridiculous. That's almost like a Chaos Bolt. That's what it felt like. It's really cool. I guess that's the Chaos Bolt of TBC. Soulfire. Makes sense that it would cost a Soul Shard. Haven't used Shadowburn yet. We didn't get... It ended right when we were about to get a Soul Stone. Oh no, we pulled somebody. can sneak in here. Check this cage. There we go. Third cage found. You might as well. It's this Warlock. Oh, it's a Alliance Warlock. I really want to use... We'll use Shadowburn this time. We'll try to use it at the end. Oh my gosh, this guy pulled so much stuff. Roll him late again. Just want to see if the Shadowburn actually returns our... Should be good here. That didn't... And then we got our Soul Shard back. That's kind of cool. You have to time it pretty damn well, though. They have to die. In that time. Like right there. It's kind of cool managing that. Sort of gives you like the instant cast of Conflagrate. It's a little weaker. But if you make sure he dies in 3 seconds, you get your Soul Shard back. Like right here would be a good time to use it potentially. Or even earlier. I think this is more fun than playing Destruction, where your pet just does, you know, all the damage. I tend to believe that as well for like hunter specs as well, like playing survival. I always seem to have more fun playing survival than beast mastery. I played survival on my Worgen hunter. It's a lot of fun. Beast mastery is good though. Your pet's in a complete animal. It's another one of these bottles. Tricking me into thinking it's a quest item. Besides, we didn't pull anybody there. I want to get another Soul Shard. Did we get 2 there? No, we only got 1 back. So you can't use Shadowburn, get the Soul Shard back for Shadowburn, and also get 1 while Drain Souling. Like here, we have to just not use Shadowburn. This is a spec where you really want to stack up Soul Shards. And here we'll use Soulfire into Shadowburn. Might not kill him here though. Usually it does more damage. Damn it. We lost both. We lost that extra Soul Shard. Just need 1 more necklace. I'll drink here. Fun spec though. I like the ability Soulfire. It's gonna be it's a pretty cool one. Interested to see how we do like single target boss fights. Really interested to see how Hellfire performs as well in dungeons. Alright, well, we killed all the trolls here. Still have a few more wolves to take down. We want to keep going this way. Probably surprised that wolf didn't pull. Just kind of run away from this guy. Shadow burn him. This will be the last wolf we need to take down. Soul fire this guy? No. Need another soul stone. Alright, so we need to head in there and check that quest out. Also get the final necklace here as well. Searing pain here. So I'm interested to see how much damage it does. Not bad. That's a big crit. Can always do that too. There we go, we got our necklace. I think we'll have to fight our way in. Cooldown's quite a while though. It's a minute cooldown to cast Soulfire. The dots tick a bit. Soulfire here. It's another way of doing it. You just Soulfire and then get the shard back if you're low on shards. Let's see what we can do here. If we can make our way up here and complete this quest. Can we handle this? Let's keep bringing him down here. I should have done immolate. We dodged that. He's gonna summon somebody though. Summon a Fell Hunter. Let's see if we can just sneak up here and finish this. This poor guy.
Upon the altar is a heap of bones that appear to have belonged to a dwarven male. No identifying features remain.
Now we need griffin eggs. Are any eggs up here?
Looking over the remains, you surmise that this broken and battered skeleton must be all that is left of Featherbeard. Clutched in one skeletal hand is a torn and stained sheaf of paper. You gently remove and unroll it, revealing a hand-drawn map and a few hastily scrawled notes. The map appears to be a rendering of Shadrula and its 3 temples with X marks in several places, presumably the locations of the stolen eggs. You place the map in your pack for inspection at a safer location.
Let's see if we can find some eggs here. There's a few. Yeah, this is a long... It'll be a long episode. It's gonna go over an hour. Time flies when you're traveling and changing specs. Feel like we just got here. There's a druid. He might gank me. I think he probably stealthed to get by, but he might gank me for fun. Kind of a pain to get these eggs, man. Like, they say they're like all in these spots, but it seems like they're really only at like these shrines. That was like the only spot we could find them. Yeah, he's gonna gank me. Good old druids. Let's pretend we're dead. Oh, I'm dead. No. Got ganked by a druid. He probably knows that I have soulstone. He's like waiting for me to soulstone. He's gonna soulstone so I can kill him again. Watch him come back in like a minute. Few seconds. Yeah, he's ganking another warlock. This guy's a jerk. He's ganking, does guy have a soulstone? Let's see if he has one. Who's soulstoning first, me or you? I think that guy was just messing around here. Okay. We're gonna get out of here. We'll come back and get these eggs later. Let's drink up and eat up here. I think that Boomkin just wanted to kill some lobies while he was leaving. It's fair. That's life on a PvP server. There's actually an entire guild who got banned recently on the Dream Scythe PvE server. Just reminded me about that. They were griefing the Lord Kazakh world boss by sending players in to die to Lord Kazakh, because when you do that, he gets a buff that instantly regenerates 150,000 HP when he consumes someone's soul. So that's, he kills another player. So yeah, we'll head back here and turn these in. And they were doing that. And then they were also, they found a way to, like, flag PvE players into PvP during the world boss. And they were doing that and killing other players. I think that might be the reason why they got banned. Because that's kind of serious on a PvE server, because the reason why people go on PvE servers is so they don't have to engage in world PvP. It's mostly for players that just don't enjoy world PvP, and they also don't enjoy it because I think it's mostly because it's just a time waste in their point of view, which is fair, right? Like, getting killed by this guy isn't fun, right? But it's for a player like me, it's just always been a part of the game. It would just feel awkward if they weren't able to kill me, right? And I'm not like a player that's on a timeline. Like, I don't really care if, like, I raid Kil'jaeden week 1 or anything like that. You know what I mean? So I assume if you're a player that has a goal and they're trying to achieve it at a certain time, then you probably want to roll on PvE server.
Watch your back. Now that's what I'm talking about. See, these necklaces prove that you're willing to get your hands dirty. We Wildhammers value that in those we associate with. You keep this up, and you'll be in our good graces yet.
All right. And I like the random duels in World PvP as well. Even if I get outnumbered and die, sometimes they're pretty fun. But I can understand why people don't like it. And that's why those guys got banned. They kind of forced them into PvP.
Grim news, that griffin is destined to lead the next generation of griffins. If he's lost, then the strength and spirit of our fleet will suffer immensely. Sharpbeak was not with the Witherbark trolls. Perhaps the Vilebranch trolls took him. Go to the altar of Zul on the western edge of Vilebranch territory and search for the griffin child.
Alright, there we go. So we have to go to the altar of Zul. We'll probably do all this stuff next episode. We'll get the rest of the eggs. Maybe we'll do this Ooze quest. We'll see. We'll probably get the rest of the Silvermane wolves. And then we'll get this Violet Trigan as well. Maybe we'll get the Ancient Egg. I think we have to get the Ancient Egg. It leads into a quest for good old Sunken Temple. But that's going to be the end of today's episode, guys. As always, thanks for watching. Keep your heads up. Later.